Okay, welcome to our futures and forex forecast for the week of September 4th. It's a Labor Day weekend, so really we're going to be starting trading on September 5th. But let's get started looking at our markets here. We'll start with the all-important ES, the S&P futures. This is a market that we were expecting to make some rises. Last week I said if it gets to Thursday's low, then we look for sell signals, and it did not. It kind of came up a little bit, and then Tuesday it took off, and that was what we were looking for as far as a buy signal. What we're looking for now is the advanced decline line is still pretty strong, pointing upwards. Today's a bit of a weak day, so we do need to be careful about any type of pullbacks, maybe back down to the 44.50 level. So watch out for right after the Labor Day weekend, maybe the Sunday into Labor Day into Tuesday. If it gets to Friday's low, it goes down into here a little bit. We'll be looking for some logs in this area, particularly if Wednesday it gets back to the previous high and starts making some move back to the upside. So typically around the Labor Day weekend, we see some rallies around a longer weekend in the stock market, but it could easily pull back a couple of days first before that happens. So keep an eye on this market for some logs, but let the good times roll. I think we'll be seeing potentially some more rallies back to these highs up at 4,600. I'm really glad that I do this forecast because it's been helping me with some of my trades, because we were looking for longs to go long on silver, and it made another breakout, and to go to the upside, it got as high as the 25.40 level. So a couple weeks ago when we said, hey, look for longs in the silver market, we got nearly all the way back to this level. Friday, it came trying to get back up, and it came all the way back down. And so we're probably going to be looking for another move back down, and then a three-bar reversal back to the upside, possibly till the mid part of September with gold. But we'll still be bullish this market until then, the middle of September. Then we'll probably be looking for shorts. But what I am looking at here is a potential for this market to come down a little bit and create a lower high that we can start to see some more selling, maybe back into this 24 area. But I expect to stay in this area for a while. But just great trade there. We also had a great trade in the gold market. We said last week to look for a pullback here and a break of this area. Monday we got the break. Tuesday it came up, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday it's been lingering in the same area. So I'm going to be looking for the same thing as silver, maybe a pullback down to these levels, and then a three-bar reversal back to the upside. I think we get back up even to the 2000 area. But this is kind of the area where a couple weeks ago when we were down here, this is the area that I was looking to take profits. And so I've taken a little bit of profits, and I may be looking to get back in, just depending on what other markets are set up and what's happening after the holiday. But this has been a great trade for us, the metals. Let's look at crude oil. Crude oil, we also said last week, we're hitting on all cylinders here this time. Last week we said, hey, Friday we got a break above this, and we should get a little bit of a pullback, and then see this market go back up into this 82. It did not just go to the 82. It has broken above this level and got to the 85, 81, almost 86 level. So for this market, we are overbought, and we are on the sentiment in a sell zone, a pretty high one. And you can see back over here, the sentiment index, we had a nice sell signal off of that. Right in here, sell. Right in here, sell. Almost got up into here and gave us a sell. Right here, it came down and sell, and then right here, it also came in and sell. So there's a couple of times when we got the signal and it just kept going. We are in that area right now with the Williams R, but I would wait for maybe a follow through candle, and then if it gets to the previous low. So if on Tuesday we get kind of a doji candle to the upside, trying to attempt higher, and then a rejection of those prices higher. And then Wednesday we get, let me zoom in here a bit. Okay, so if Tuesday we get a little bit of an extension and a rejection of prices, and then Wednesday we get a return back to that low, that would be a sell signal back into these levels potentially. But this is a strong market. Tuesday, Wednesday, it could continue to go. So we want to make sure we see some weakness, maybe some extension here, the Williams R, but I am expecting a little bit of a return back to the low 80s. Other than that, just be careful if you're gonna fade this. If you're gonna wait for a buy signal, wait for it to come down back to 84, possibly to 80, 82 area, and then a formation of a 3-bar reversal to the upside. If you're waiting to go long, don't buy it. Don't buy at the height of it. So, good luck on this one, and be careful. Heating oils is something that I was watching for. We mentioned last week that it made a break up here, and then on Monday, Tuesday, if we got back to the low, that'd be a sell signal. We got very near that. Wednesday, we came back to that low, and it's bounced back up. And so it has formed. Look at this, head and shoulders formation. If it breaks this area of the 3.0, we should be coming back lower into this high 2.9 areas, 2.8 areas. And so I'm going to be looking to get into this market potentially on Tuesday and then put my stops above Friday's high. And then we will see how this market performs for us this time. We got stopped out a week or so ago on this one. Natural gas is the other energy market that we look at, and the markets were down here on Friday of last week. It had a nice gap open. It came back down. Usually that's a sell signal, but it held its ground on Tuesday, and then Wednesday it came back up. So we did see some higher prices here on the natural gas, and probably expect that to continue back to the upside, but it's going to be pretty choppy around here for a while. Let's take a look at soybeans. Some of the grades that we've looked at. Soybeans has pulled back. Last week we said be careful with this Williams R and the sentiment down here and wait for it to come down a bit, and it has come down. So I'm going to be looking for another buy signal here. If Tuesday it comes down a little bit and then Wednesday it breaks the high, we're going to add to the position that we have. If it breaks this trend line to the upside on Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to add to the position that we have. This market is pretty bullish, and so we're going to be looking for buy signals continually in the soybean market. But this is the pullback that we were expecting last week. Wheat has also been very weak, the weak wheat market. So it's been coming down pretty much all week. I got stopped out. We were very close to being stopped out. I got stopped out at the very beginning of the week. It is at a place where we could possibly see, a break of this trend line, but it is very weak. So we want to make sure we see a formation, either a 3-bar reversal, and then a break of this trend line and an attempt to go down and then to move back up. That's one scenario that we should be looking for. That could take all of next week to form, or even 2 weeks to form. If we also see a high volume spike to the upside, we're going to be looking to go long on a pullback for that. That could happen as early as next week as well. But considering how weak this market has been, that would be a big change in the market. And so we're looking for a formation of a 3-bar reversal, attempt to go higher, and a comeback high, and then another 3-bar reversal, which basically forms a higher low. So far, this is we grabbed that right here, but they got got pulled back down last week. That was what I was counting on to hold my position to go up, and it failed. So that could easily happen again, but we'll be looking to stock logs mostly because of the commitment to trader report has had the commercials buying this market and for a while. And so, in the current state of affairs, the conditions in the economic global conditions, we should see a more demand in wheat, and thus the prices go up. Okay, let's take a look at our Forex markets. Last week we were looking to go long the dollar yen. It started off well for us at the beginning of the week. You can see here that we played this breakout a little bit. It went our direction and then immediately came back down and broke the low. So then we started to try to fade that. I got caught on the wrong side a couple of times, and then today we made some more money on this upward move. I expect the dollar to continue to be strong against the yen, even though the yen made a nice play. The euro yen came down quite a bit more, but I'm going to be again focusing on this dollar yen. If we get on Tuesday, Monday is not a holiday for the Forex markets, but there will be less players with the U.S. banks being closed and whatnot. But Monday, Tuesday, if it gets breaks these highs, I'm expecting this to stock that 147 and possibly make a breakout to the upside. So I'll be buying dips, especially when it comes down to pivots like this. It was a perfect buy signal there earlier on Friday. So we were also looking for shorts in the euro dollar. Monday did not come down to that Friday low. We mentioned if it comes to Friday's low on Monday, that would be a continuing move onward. We are pretty much at the same place that we were Friday of last week, and it is coming down to those prices. Quite strong, actually. Today has been a very strong down move. But earlier in the week, we got a move upward back up to this level. That kind of looked like the buy signal that we normally look for with this ADX and stochastic setup. So I expect, as you can see, we had that ADX setup right there, and it made a nice move to the upside. But the last couple of days, it is down to these lows again. I actually expect this to continue. Again, if last Friday's and today Friday's low is broken, I expect it to get down to this 0600 level before making another base and attempting back onward and upward. I expect the dollar to be pretty strong here in the month of September. Seasonally speaking, the month of September is the last month fiscal year of the US, and so typically we want to see strength in the dollar, and that's gonna put weight on the euro and on the pound dollar. Let's take a look at the pound dollar here. The pound dollar is weak as well, but it isn't as weak as the euro. You can see it hasn't come quite down to these lows, but if it does break those lows on a Monday, Tuesday, then we should see a test to go back up, and then the formation of a lower high here. So I'm expecting this market also to come back down into the 123 area. That is a couple hundred points. If you're looking to go short on Monday, wait for an attempt to go higher, and then a formation maybe on a 1 hour chart to come back down, and then put your stops there and let the good times roll with going short the pound and the euro. We mentioned going long on the Australian pairs. The Australian pairs showed some pretty good strength at the beginning of the week, and then today it's come down a bit. But we saw that the Australian pairs made this move to the upside, just like we mentioned. There's the Australian dollar, Australian CAD has been creeping up, and the Aussie Swiss as well, slowly but surely. Another market we were looking to shorting was to getting into was the Euro Kiwi. We were looking for shorts on this. It kind of stayed in the area that we were looking at, but today on Friday, we got a move to the downside right in here. Let's zoom in. Right here, we were here about the same price last week. It came up, started to come down. Thursday, tried to break above it, immediately got rejected, and we even gapped down. So this market is potentially on its way down. If you were able to get in, you want to put your stops above this pivot right here, because that is the formation of a lower high. We've made a lower low. This could continue to come down to this 179 area. We were looking at the same formation on the pound kiwi. The pound kiwi was not as strong as the euro kiwi. It barely came up. It came down and made its test already, and now it is going on its way down. So I'm expecting this market to continue downward to the 2.08 level, 0.07, and possibly capture some pips on the downward movement there as well. All right, we also had some buys in the New Zealand pairs that we were talking about. Some of those starting to move upwards. So keep an eye on those markets that we talked about. Remember, if you're trading with a philosophy, swing trading philosophy in the Forex markets, to keep your lot size low so you can withstand some of the swings in the market. Once again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach me at kevin@tradingbuddysystem.com. Happy to field any questions. Thanks for joining me this week, and good luck and awesome trading for you next week.